Hi, I'm Laurie Rivers, and I'm going to help you understand the astrological symbols. If you're just beginning your astrological studies, this can be a lot to take in. Let's make it easy. So, every astrology chart has all 12 zodiac signs held within it, even if there's no planets or other placements. There's no empty houses. If you want to know more about that, there's a video introducing you to the birth chart. The glyphs for the signs are found outside of the wheel, and glyphs are the word we use for the symbols. The glyphs for the planets are found on the inside of the wheel, inside of the pizza slices. Just because you don't have one of those glyphs in one of the pizza slices doesn't mean it's empty. Each symbol represents a whole lot of things. So, the first step in your astrological studies is to learn to recognize the glyphs, the symbols. You've probably seen them like this, and maybe you've got a book and you've been looking back and forth to remember which is which. I really suggest you just memorize these. These are your ABCs for astrology. The first two are the luminaries, the sun and the moon. The sun represents your animating force or physical energy levels. I know a lot of books say it's your personality or your ego, but it's not really. It's merely the spark of life that animates you. The moon represents your instinctual nature and how you process emotions. It also represents that gut feeling you get when things aren't quite passing the vibe check. Personal planets. Now, these help make up the rest of our interior self, our understanding of self. Mercury represents your mental makeup, how you receive input and how you transmit output, your communication style, your learning style, and the the movements you make, not the action you take, but the movement you make. Venus represents your personal magnetism, how you attract or repel resources. Venus is a magnet. Mars represents your motivational energy, your active physical nature, how you acquire and defend your security. The next group of planets we call tertiary or the social planets. This is where the social programming starts to come into play. Jupiter is a magnifying glass. It magnifies everything it is within its realm. So it represents how you approach opportunity or not. Where Jupiter resides in your natal chart is an area of life that is emphasized. So the house where Jupiter is um, very much in focus for you in your life overall. Saturn represents how you deal with outside authority, your ambition, and how you structure or limit yourself or have been limited through social programming. But you can use it to wield your inner authority. Transpersonal planets. Some people call these generational planets, but it's not quite accurate. Transpersonal is where the greater big picture programming comes from culture and society. Uranus has a 7-year movement through a sign. So it spends 7 years in a sign. It represents how you embody the change of your generation, your own personal rebellion, your higher mind, which is intuition from a mental angle when you just know stuff. It also represents inspirations and epiphanies. It's not always rebellion. It's where you step a little differently in the world than the generation before you. Neptune represents how you connect or disconnect with source, spirit. It's that kind of intuition that's a little more nebulous. It's a higher range of feeling. It could be that psychic ability where you can sense things, that sixth sense, that ability to connect to the beyond. Your sensitivities to spiritual energy and chemicals are represented by Neptune, and it shows your imagination, dissociation, and fears. Pluto has a 258-year orbit. It can spend as little as 11 years in a sign and as many as 40. So it's not really a generational planet. It represents how you can exude power and dominance or how power has been used against you. It can show how you bring transformation or how you are transformed by life around you. Calculation points. Now, these are not celestial bodies. They're mathematical calculated points in a chart. The north node, which is often discussed, is literally the north node of the moon because all celestial bodies have a north and south node. It represents the lessons you are here to learn in a lifetime. The South Node represents the skills you were born with in this lifetime. The point of fortune is often represented by POF or sometimes another symbol that you can find in the key associated with the astrology chart when you make it on some software. It's a calculation representing where good fortune potentially resides. It's activated by transits. The parts or lots are an Arabic formation that was worked on in the 11th and 12th century. Here are your symbols again. Now that we've gone through them, hopefully they make a little bit more sense. I really suggest you practice writing them, writing the definitions. Treat it like a vocabulary lesson. Here are the glyphs for the signs. And remember, you have all 12 signs in the chart. Go back and watch Intro to the Natal Chart for more information. Aries. Aries is the first zodiac sign. It's the ram, its element is fire, and its modality is cardinal. Taurus is the bull. Its element is earth, and its modality is fixed. Gemini is the twins. Its element is air. Its modality is mutable. Cancer is the crab. Its element is water. Its modality is cardinal. Leo is the lion. Its element is fire and its modality is fixed. Virgo is the symbol for the harvest maiden. Its element is earth. Its modality is mutable. Libra represents the scales. Its element is air. Its modality is cardinal. Scorpio, its symbol is the scorpion. Its element is water. Its modality is fixed. Sagittarius, its symbol for the archer. Its element is fire, and the modality is fixed. Mutable. Capricorn is the symbol is the sea goat. The element is earth, the modality is cardinal. Aquarius, the symbol is the water bearer. This one confuses a lot of people because its element is air. Aquarius is the sign that governs humanity. Its modality is fixed. And Pisces is the fish. Its element is water. Its modality is mutable. And here are the signs in order from Aries to Pisces. Just like we have ABC as the order for our alphabet, the glyphs for the signs, the zodiac signs, also have an order, Aries through Pisces. If you want to know more about astrology, join me in my Patreon at the Awake Space. And you can look at the rest of the playlist too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.